Welcome to the Workplace Whisper hosted by JeVona Maniex and presented by Grace and Grit Books, where faith meets psychology and leadership meets humanity. I'm Emma, your narrator. Today's episode explores insights from Maniex's article, The Landscape of Leadership Styles for Neurodiverse Employees. Leadership is evolving. Quietly, steadily. We're learning that leading well isn't about managing everyone the same way. It's about recognizing how people think, process, and create, and shaping the environment so each person can thrive. Maniex reminds us that neurodiversity, autism, ADHD, dyslexia, and more, isn't a flaw. It's a different kind of brilliance. Every mind has its own rhythm, its own way of seeing patterns and solving problems. She calls this the changing face of leadership built on design, not control. Instead of asking people to fit the culture, it reshapes the culture to fit the people. Inclusion once meant making room at the table. Neuroinclusive leadership redesigns the table itself. It asks, what if we built workplaces where every kind of mind belongs from the start? Maniex describes this shift as moving from accommodation to optimization. That change reframes everything. Instead of asking neurodiverse employees to adapt to rigid systems, forward-thinking leaders adapt the systems to them. She explores how several leadership styles interact with neurodiversity. Transformational leadership inspires through vision and meaning. It helps people connect their strengths to the larger mission. But inspiration without structure can drift. Clarity keeps it real. Servant leadership leads with empathy and listening. It builds trust and safety. Spaces where differences aren't hidden, they're valued. Participative leadership or democratic leadership invites collaboration. But not everyone communicates best in open discussion. Inclusive leaders make room for written, visual, or asynchronous contributions. Transactional leadership offers structure and predictability. That can comfort some neurodiverse employees, yet too much rigidity can mute creativity. And situational leadership, the most flexible of them all, adjusts moment by moment. It guides, coaches, or steps back depending on what each person needs to succeed. Maniex paints a picture of what neuroinclusive leadership looks like in action. Roles designed around strengths. Multiple channels of communication. Predictability balanced with freedom. Cultures where feedback feels safe. Technology that bends toward people, not the other way around. These aren't extras. They're the backbone of engagement, creativity, and retention. Ultimately, she brings it back to awareness over authority. True leadership isn't about control. It's about connection. Fairness isn't sameness. It's giving each person what they need to flourish. When leaders start viewing neurodiversity as an advantage rather than a challenge, success looks different. Innovation feels more human. Teams grow stronger. People show up whole. Maniex bridges faith, psychology, and organizational science. Her message calls us to lead with both insight and compassion, to see difference as divine design. You can read her full article, explore her books on leadership and faith, or book a consultation in industrial organizational psychology at JeVona Maniex.com. You can also invite Maniex to speak at your next leadership or diversity event. Because leadership isn't about control anymore. It's about creating spaces where every kind of mind, every kind of brilliance can shine. You've been listening to the Workplace Whisper hosted by JeVona Maniex and presented by Grace and Grit Books. To learn more, purchase Maniex's books, or schedule a consultation or speaking engagement, visit JeVona Maniex.com. Thank you for listening, and for choosing to lead with grace, grit, and purpose.